what better place to read about the birth of Christ than from a woodworking shop where carpentry takes place and wood is sawed and things wonderful are put together. The first segment was the announcement to Mary from Luke 1. Segment number 2 was the was the origin of Christ and the birth announcement to Joseph, taken from Matthew 1. Segment 3 is the trip to Bethlehem by Mary and Joseph. Then you had the birth of Christ in Bethlehem, and then his dedication in the temple, and that account is found in Luke chapter 2. This final segment is we will read Matthew chapter 2, verse 1 through 23, how the wise men went and sought for the child Christ, and then after they left, the young family fled to Egypt to avoid persecution. So this segment 4 will be taken from Matthew chapter 2, verses 1 through 23. Let's read together, shall we? Now when Jesus was born in Bethlehem of Judea, in the days of Herod the king, behold, there came wise men from the east to Jerusalem, saying, Where is he that is born King of the Jews? For we have seen his star in the east, and are come to worship him. And when Herod the king had heard these things, he was troubled, and all Jerusalem with him. And when he had gathered all the chief priests and scribes of the people together, he demanded of them where Christ should be born. And they said unto him, In Bethlehem of Judea, for thus it is written by the prophet, And thou, Bethlehem, in the land of Judah, art not the least among the princes of Judah, for out of thee shall come a governor that shall rule my people Israel. Then Herod, when he had privately called the wise men, he inquired of them diligently what time the star appeared. And he sent them to Bethlehem and said, Go and search diligently for the young child, and when you had found him, bring me word again, that I may come and worship him also. And when they heard the king, they departed, and lo, the star which they saw in the east went before them till it came and stood over where the young child was. When they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. There's many opinions of what this star is all about. I read one place where one writer thought the star was the exhaust fumes or exhaust from an alien spacecraft, of all things. Others think it was alignment of planets or a comet, etc., etc. It's my understanding and my belief that this was just a supernatural star put there by God for this one particular reason, to lead them to Bethlehem. And so verse 10, when they saw the star, they rejoiced with exceeding great joy. And when they had come into the house, they saw the young child with Mary his mother, and fell down and worshipped him. And when they had opened their treasures, they presented unto him gifts, gold, frankincense, and myrrh. This account here of the wise men seeking for Christ probably took place a year or two after the birth of Christ in Bethlehem. We know this because they went into a house where the young child was, and also they called him, he's referred to as a young child, not a babe. And being warned of God in a dream that they should not return to Herod, they departed into their own country another way. And when they were departed, behold, the angel of the Lord appeareth to Joseph in a dream, saying, Arise, and take the young child and his mother, and flee into Egypt, and be thou there until I bring thee word, for Herod will seek the young child to destroy him. When he arose, he took the young child and his mother by night, and departed into Egypt, and was there until the death of Herod, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken of the Lord by the prophet, saying, Out of Egypt have I called my son. Then Herod, when he saw that he was mocked of the wise men, was exceeding wroth, and sent forth and slew all the children that were in Bethlehem, and in all the coast thereof, from 2 years old and under, according to the time which he had diligently acquired of the wise men. Then was fulfilled that which was spoken by Jeremiah the prophet, saying, In Ramah there was there a voice heard, lamentation and weeping and great mourning. Rachel weeping for her children, and would not be comforted because they are not. But when Herod was dead, behold, the angel of the Lord appeared in a dream to Joseph in Egypt, saying, "Arise and take the young child and his mother, and go into the land of Israel, for they are dead which sought the young child's life." And so Joseph, he arose and took the young child and his mother, and came to the land of Israel. But when he heard that Archelaus did reign in Judea, in the room or in place of his father Herod, he was afraid to go thither. Notwithstanding, being warned of God in a dream, he turned aside into the parts of Galilee. And he came and dwelt in a city called Nazareth, that it might be fulfilled which was spoken by the prophets, "He shall be called a Nazarene." The word Nazarene here has no reference to the Nazarite vow, but it's a reference to the very fact he lived in the city of Nazareth, so he was known as a Nazarene. Thank you for joining us with segment 4. This has been a complete Christmas story in segment 1, 2, 3, and 4. Please share these videos, these accounts, these readings with your friends and neighbors, and Merry Christmas to you. May Christ be a member of your home all year round. God bless.